The truth is, the hardest part of change isn't the work, it's the decision. The gap between where you are now and where you want to be isn't about luck, timing, or even talent. It's about the choice to step up and claim what's yours. Too often, we sit back and wait for the perfect moment, hoping the universe will hand us a sign. But here's the secret: that moment doesn't exist. The Stoics knew this well. Epictetus taught that we can't control what happens to us, but we have total control over how we respond. And the most powerful response: deciding right now to act like the person you're striving to become. We all battle doubts. That little voice inside your head might be saying, "You're not ready," or "You're not good enough." But here's the thing: you don't have to wait for readiness. Confidence doesn't come first, action does. You become the best by showing up, regardless of the conditions, and proving to yourself that you've got what it takes. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily to focus only on what he could control: his mindset, his actions, his principles. The same is true for you. No matter how uncertain the path ahead feels, you already have the power to take that first step. Today, we're diving into the mindset shift that can change the way you approach your goals, your challenges, and your life. This isn't about pretending to be something you're not. It's about unleashing the potential that's already within you. So, stay tuned. Together, we'll explore why acting as though you've already arrived at your best isn't just a mindset shift. It's the spark that ignites everything you've been striving for. And hey, if this resonates with you, do me a small favor: hit that subscribe button. It's a quick click, but it makes a world of difference for this channel. Let's dive in. Number 1. The power of deciding to be the best. The moment you decide to step into your full potential, everything changes. Life stops being about waiting for the stars to align or for luck to knock on your door. Instead, it becomes about taking control, making a conscious choice to show up every day as the best version of yourself. This isn't just motivational fluff. It's a philosophy rooted in ancient wisdom. The Stoics, known for their timeless insights, understood this better than anyone. They taught that true strength lies not in what happens to us, but in how we respond. As Epictetus once said, "It's not the events in life that define us, but our reaction to them." Choosing to be your best starts with a shift in mindset. It's not about perfection or outperforming others. It's about setting your own benchmark and committing to grow, no matter what. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor revered for his wisdom, embodied this principle. He believed in pursuing excellence not for applause or recognition, but because doing so was inherently right. Every day, he saw a chance to challenge himself, not against others, but against his own untapped potential. Deciding to be your best doesn't mean life suddenly gets easier or obstacles disappear. On the contrary, challenges are inevitable. The Stoics recognized this truth, but viewed setbacks as opportunities to become tougher, smarter, and more resilient. Choosing to embrace these challenges isn't just about survival, it's about transformation. Here's the secret: life doesn't wait for perfect timing. The magic happens when you make the choice, right now, to take action with purpose and confidence. From this one decision, everything else falls into place. Your standards rise, your actions align with your ambitions, and you inch closer to the person you've always known you could be. That's the power of choosing greatness. It starts with a decision. Will you make it today? Number 2. Why acting like you're the best matters. When I say act like you're the best, I'm not talking about puffing up your chest or looking down on anyone. This isn't about arrogance. It's about stepping into a mindset that drives you to excel. It's about holding yourself to a standard so high that you're constantly inspired to grow, not for applause, but for the satisfaction of knowing you're becoming the best version of yourself. Picture this: a world-class athlete preparing for their biggest moment. They're not cocky, they're focused. Their confidence is quiet, rooted in years of effort, discipline, and relentless improvement. That's the vibe we're going for here. Not boastful, but grounded and self-assured. Take a page from Marcus Aurelius, one of history's great thinkers. He wasn't about self-glorification. He saw himself as a student of life. Every day was an opportunity to grow, learn, and lead with integrity. That's what acting like the best truly means. Embracing life as a constant work in progress. This isn't about faking perfection or pretending to know it all. It's about showing up every day like you can handle anything that comes your way. It's about believing in your ability to rise to the occasion. When you carry yourself like that, others notice. But more importantly, you notice. Here's the kicker. Real confidence doesn't come from the outside. It's not about titles or achievements. It comes from within, knowing that your actions align with your values, that you're giving your all in every moment. Arrogance tries to put you above others, but true greatness lifts you up to meet your full potential. It's not about being better than anyone. It's about being better than who you were yesterday. So, forget chasing perfection. Focus on progress. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep moving forward. Greatness isn't about reaching the top. It's about climbing, one step at a time. Number 3. What if you're not the best? Let's be real. Maybe you're sitting there thinking, I'm not the best, not even close. How could I possibly act like I am? That's a fair question. After all, we're often our own harshest critics. But here's the truth. You don't need to be the best to show up like you are. This isn't about faking it or being someone you're not. It's about shifting your mindset. It's about choosing to carry yourself with confidence, purpose, and belief in your potential, even if you're still a work in progress. This idea isn't new. The Stoics, for instance, believed that while we can't control what happens around us, we can control our thoughts and how we respond. They understood the power of mindset, and it's just as relevant today. Acting like the best isn't about arrogance or pretending. It's about embodying the traits you admire: confidence, discipline, resilience, long before you've fully mastered them. Think about it. Have you ever walked into a situation, an exam, a presentation, or a job interview, already doubting yourself? It probably didn't go as well as you'd hoped. But what if, instead of walking in with hesitation, you approached it like you were the ideal candidate, the most prepared person in the room? That confidence not only changes how others perceive you, but it also transforms how you perform. Even if the result isn't perfect, that mindset shift has a ripple effect. You're training yourself to believe in your capabilities, to bounce back, and to show up stronger next time. Over time, you stop just acting like the best. You start becoming it. Here's the beauty of this approach. You don't have to wait until you're ready or perfect to start. You simply choose right now to step into a better version of yourself. It's not about ignoring where you are. It's about focusing on where you're going. So, when you hear that little voice saying, "But I'm not good enough," remind yourself, that's not the point. You don't need to be at the top of your game to think and act like someone who is. By carrying yourself with purpose, embracing discipline, and showing up with confidence, You align your actions with the person you want to become. And that's the real goal. Not perfection, but progress. Every step forward, no matter how small, builds the foundation for something greater. Number 4. Embrace the mindset of continuous growth. The Stoics understood a profound truth. Growth isn't a destination, it's a way of life. To truly thrive, we must shed the illusion of perfection and instead commit to a journey of constant evolution. Living as though you're the best isn't about claiming you've reached the pinnacle. It's about embodying the dedication, discipline, and hunger for self-improvement that greatness demands. As Seneca wisely observed, as long as you live, keep learning how to live. This principle is universal. No matter how skilled, accomplished, or wise someone becomes, there's always more to learn, refine, and achieve. Look at the world's top performers. Whether they're elite athletes, visionary entrepreneurs, or profound thinkers, they never stop pushing their limits. They remain students of their craft and of life itself. When you carry yourself like the best, you're making a bold statement. I will rise to meet this standard, and I will do the work to deserve it. This mindset isn't about arrogance. It's a declaration of humility. It's a recognition that true mastery comes from the willingness to grow, improve, and strive for excellence every single day. Even Marcus Aurelius, one of history's most powerful leaders, lived by this principle. Despite his immense authority, he constantly reminded himself to stay grounded and to never stop refining his character. To him, power was not a resting place, but a call to rise higher and do better. This same ethos can guide us. Adopting the mindset of relentless growth means holding yourself to higher standards, not out of vanity, but out of a commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. In every area of life, ask, how would the best version of me show up? In your relationships, it means being more intentional, whether as a friend, partner, or family member. How would your best self act? What would they say? How would they listen, support, and love? In your health, it means treating your body as though you're capable of achieving extraordinary vitality. If you truly believed in your potential, how would you move, eat, and care for yourself? This mindset is about action and responsibility. It's not about pretending you've arrived. It's about making intentional choices that move you closer to who you aspire to be. It's about being better today than you were yesterday, knowing full well that growth is endless. The Stoics didn't chase perfection, they chased progress. And so can you. Number 5. Practice shapes reality. Imagine this. You're told to carry yourself as if you're the best at what you do. At first, it might feel awkward, maybe even a little fake. But here's the twist. What feels unnatural today can become second nature tomorrow. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's a principle the Stoics mastered centuries ago. Seneca put it best. We become what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, isn't an act, but a habit. In other words, the things you do consistently don't just shape your days, they shape you. Let's break this down. When you start acting confident, disciplined, or resilient, it can feel like you're wearing an ill-fitting suit. You might wonder, who am I to carry myself like this? But humans are adaptable by design. If you regularly choose confidence, you'll begin to feel confident. Make disciplined decisions, and you'll become a more disciplined person. Think of it like going to the gym. That first workout might feel exhausting. Every weight feels heavier than it should, and your muscles ache. But each time you show up, those same movements become smoother, easier. Your strength grows, your endurance builds. And one day, you realize the weights that once seemed impossible are now part of your routine. The same principle applies to how you carry yourself. The more you practice confidence or discipline, the less it feels like an act, and the more it becomes who you are. The Stoics knew this well. Epictetus taught that our responses and actions are entirely within our control. By repeatedly choosing virtuous behaviors, we train ourselves to embody the traits we admire. Picture this. You want to be more comfortable in social settings. The first few times you feel clumsy, like you're pretending to be someone else. But then you make a habit of standing tall, speaking clearly, and actively listening. Over time, the awkwardness fades. You're no longer acting confident. You are confident. It works the same way in every corner of life. Start eating better today, and tomorrow you're someone who craves healthier choices. Begin organizing your finances, and before long, you're someone with financial stability. What begins as effort evolves into instinct. The beauty is that you don't have to wait for the stars to align or for some magical transformation. Change isn't something you wait for. It's something you create, step by step, through your choices. Consistency is the real secret. It's not about doing something once and expecting miracles. It's about showing up every single day, practicing the qualities you admire until they become woven into your character. In time, what started as a deliberate effort becomes effortless. Your habits shape your character, and your character, in turn, shapes your reality. So, start today. Whatever version of yourself you dream of becoming, act like that person now. Every action you take builds the foundation of the life you want to live. The question is, what will you practice today? Number 6. Turning weakness into power. When people talk about acting like the best, it's easy to think it means pretending to be flawless. But here's the truth. It's the complete opposite. Being your best self isn't about ignoring your flaws. It's about owning them. It's about staring down your weaknesses and turning them into stepping stones toward growth. Think of it like this. The most successful people in the world don't shy away from their shortcomings. They don't sweep them under the rug or deny they exist. Instead, they know their weaknesses better than anyone, and they use that knowledge as fuel to keep improving. The ancient Stoics were brilliant at this. They believed that the path to greatness starts with self-awareness. Marcus Aurelius, one of their great thinkers, famously said, "You have power over your mind, not external events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This wasn't just philosophical fluff. It was a call to action. True power, they believed, comes from being brutally honest with yourself, acknowledging where you fall short, not to wallow in it, but to rise above it. Here's the thing about weaknesses. Ignoring them doesn't make them disappear. In fact, it does the opposite. Left unchecked, your flaws can grow bigger and more disruptive, creeping into every corner of your life. But when you confront them head-on, you flip the script. You turn vulnerabilities into opportunities, struggles into stepping stones. The Stoics saw challenges, whether they came from the outside world or from within themselves, as invitations to grow stronger. Epictetus, another Stoic master, believed that life's obstacles weren't roadblocks. They were teachers. They weren't meant to stop you, but to sharpen you. Imagine approaching your weaknesses like this. Instead of seeing them as flaws to be hidden, you treat them as raw material for self-mastery. You face them with humility, curiosity, and a determination to grow. This mindset is what separates the truly great from the merely good. It's not about thinking you're perfect. It's about committing to becoming better day by day. And don't be afraid of failure. The Stoics weren't. Seneca, one of their wisest voices, argued that failure is often life's greatest teacher. When you fall short, it's not a dead end. It's a mirror, showing you exactly where you need to improve. Every mistake, every setback, every misstep is a chance to refine yourself and build the skills you need. Here's the key. Stop thinking of your weaknesses as liabilities. Start seeing them as tools. By recognizing them, learning from them, and working to overcome them, you take charge of your growth. That's real power. That's strength. When you act like the best, you're not faking perfection. You're embracing the courage it takes to be vulnerable, the discipline it takes to improve, and the resilience it takes to keep pushing forward. This mindset isn't just about self-improvement, it's a way of life. And when you commit to it, you'll find that even your greatest flaws can become the foundation for your greatest strengths. Number 7. Lift others by lifting yourself. When you step into your best self, it's not just your life that transforms, it's everyone around you. The ancient Stoics had this beautiful idea called sympathia, the belief that we're all interconnected and that our actions send ripples through the lives of others. When you aim high and push yourself toward greatness, you inspire those around you to reach higher too. Your confidence, discipline, and drive become a silent invitation for others to grow. Think about it. When you're around someone who moves through life with purpose, focus, and clarity, it's hard not to feel energized. They don't need to preach or brag. Their actions speak louder than words, showing what's possible and setting an unspoken standard for everyone nearby. This is how true influence works. By living as an example. When you carry yourself with the mindset of someone who's striving to be the best, you naturally encourage those around you to let go of doubt and believe in their own potential. You show that challenges aren't roadblocks, they're stepping stones if you've got the right perspective and persistence. Unlike the cutthroat competition we often see today, the Stoics weren't about outdoing others. They were about lifting people up, helping them pursue wisdom and live virtuously. When you elevate your standards and commit to personal excellence, you create a space where others feel empowered to rise with you. Being your best self isn't about arrogance or shouting your achievements from the rooftops. It's about embodying the kind of energy, values, and focus that others admire and want to emulate. You create a ripple effect that changes not just your life, but the lives of those in your orbit. By lifting yourself, you lift others. You create an environment where growth, positivity, and ambition become contagious. And that's how true leaders inspire change, not by commanding it, but by living it. Number 8. Turning failure into fuel. Failure is inevitable. Everyone experiences it. But what if we stopped seeing failure as a roadblock and instead embraced it as part of the process? The Stoics, wise thinkers of the ancient world, believed failure wasn't something to fear, but a stepping stone to progress. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The obstacle in the path becomes the path." Never forget, within every setback is an opportunity to move forward. Think about that for a moment. Failure doesn't stand in opposition to success. It's intertwined with it, shaping the journey. When you carry yourself with confidence, it doesn't mean you're immune to failure. Instead, it means you're ready to face it head-on, knowing every stumble is a chance to gain wisdom and grow stronger. The Stoics had a laser focus on what we can control. Outcomes? Not always in your hands, but your reaction. That's entirely yours. Failure isn't a sign of personal defeat. It's feedback, a nudge that says, try a different way. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, taught that failure isn't there to break us, but to forge our character. It's not an excuse to stop. It's a call to rise, smarter and tougher than before. With the right mindset, failure stops being the enemy. Instead, it becomes a tool, a way to build resilience, patience, and adaptability. Look at the greats in any field. Whether they're athletes, entrepreneurs, or thinkers, their strength doesn't come from avoiding failure. It comes from their ability to pick themselves up, learn, and charge forward stronger. Real power lies in the comeback, not in never falling. So, when life throws you a curveball, don't see it as the end of the line. See it for what it is, a turning point, a chance to refine your skills and sharpen your resolve. Remember, the key to growth isn't waiting for the perfect moment. It's showing up consistently. The Stoics believed that excellence is built one deliberate action at a time. Marcus Aurelius had a habit of reminding himself each morning of life's privilege. When you wake up, think of the gift it is to breathe, to think, to love, to live, he wrote. Starting the day with that perspective creates a powerful foundation for action. What holds most people back isn't lack of ability, it's waiting for the right conditions. The Stoics taught us that waiting often leads to stagnation. You don't need perfection to move forward, you just need momentum. When you act like the best version of yourself today, you're practicing the habits and mindset that will define your future. The more you do it, the more natural it becomes. What begins as effort transforms into your essence. But don't mistake this for arrogance. It's not about pretending to be something you're not. It's about striving to meet your potential every single day. It's about setting your standards higher, whether in work, relationships, or personal growth. By taking consistent action, you don't just shape your days, you shape your life. Ask yourself every morning, how would the best version of me handle today? Let that question guide your actions. With time, you'll realize greatness isn't a destination. It's a mindset, a daily practice, and every small step you take brings you closer to the extraordinary life you're capable of creating. One choice, one moment, one action at a time. In conclusion, greatness isn't given. It's forged through discipline, resilience, and an unshakable mindset. You are the architect of your destiny, and no one can take that power away from you. If you're ready to embrace this stoic strength and be the best version of yourself, let the world know by dropping "I am unstoppable" in the comments. And hey, if this video sparked something in you, make sure to hit that like button, smash that subscribe to join the tribe of unshakable achievers, and turn on the bell so you never miss another step on your path to greatness. Let's rise, let's conquer. Until next time, stay unbreakable.